to the DIYS podcast. You're welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all our listeners or viewers all over the world. This is DIYS podcast, the Do It Yourself podcast, and it's me again, Sir Patrick Omotayo, the host. My co-host Kelvin Amani is behind the scene, taking care on, making things go smooth. We have a wonderful topic to discuss today, and I personally believe that we are going to learn a lot because we are about learning and we will never stop learning. So this is the second episode. And then we have a special and super guest with us today. Yeah. He is an entrepreneur and he represents his country, Nigeria, quite well in a diverse ways. Join me as I welcome Mr. Olabiwonnu Oluwatosin Joseph, also known as Melody. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Today's topic is start with you. But before we dive into the topic, we want our guest to tell us a bit on how it all started, because he's here today.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. My name is Olabiwonnu Oluwatosin Joseph. I'm from Nigeria. I'm living in Malaysia here. Yeah, everything started in 2010 when I entered this country. Like normal people,
Yeah.
entered to the country, try to find things to do, one thing or the other. Then I believe is a great thing because I compare Malaysia with like America or Western world precisely. But when we came here, things are not the same. It's not the way we heard about it because when we're in Africa, we heard that you can do this in abroad, you can do this in abroad, but because of things, but we thank God we entered in 2010.
Exactly. Yeah, that is great. It's wonderful. Malaysia is a wonderful place, and we are evolving. And things is really working. And we notice that you are all over the place, and you are doing wonderful things, and we expect to get more. So please, what do you think about the topic today? Start with yourself. Does it really, can you really change anything? Starting with yourself.
Yeah, we can.
You can use the mic well.
Yeah, we start with yourself. Is like you need to know yourself.
Exactly.
Then why are you doing one thing or the other? Because you must have a reason of doing things.
Exactly.
So when you know the reason why you are doing it, you know where to start, and the way you need to move. You understand? Because if you don't have a plan for your life, you just discover that when you start, you can never achieve anything. It's just like you're doing it, not achieving anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that is why I started working in Malaysia in 2010 when I came in October. I first worked in an African restaurant, less than 1 month. Then I moved to another restaurant. Then for the journey so far, I work about 4 restaurants before I decided to start my own. But one thing I have in mind is that I'm here to live. I keep the mentality of I want to make money quick. I remove the mentality. I first build my name. Because when you build your name, people will be calling you even for what you don't even know. They will ask you for advice. So I make sure the name is established. So that is the main reason why I can say, yeah, I achieved little in this country.
Wow, wow, wow. That's awesome. And I believe audience are listening to that because first, what we have learned today, we have to keep our name. The name is very important before you can move ahead. So, but you start very small, right? You
Yeah.
working with different restaurants,
Yeah.
and we know it's very tedious and then it's very challenging. So, how have you been able? How are you able to cope under those pressures?
It's very easy to cope. It's just like when you know the way, you understand the way will be making itself for you.
Exactly.
Then how can you know the way is that when your mentality is like, okay, for example, let's see what happened in the outside the world apart from Africa.
Yeah.
You see people living like, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. So when you live in this aspect that, okay, tomorrow will come and go. But when you put something like, oh, I want to make something today, I want to make money today, and that will be pushing you away from your focus. But when you have it like, oh, anything that comes my way, I take it like that. So you discover that you are not in rush to everything. You'll be contented with little you have. Even when you don't have, people will believe that you have. So, and that thing is helping me because my priority in working in Malaysia is not for money because I make Malaysia my home. It's just like when I'm living in Lagos, I'm not in a rush to go home.
Yeah.
So because when you believe that, oh, I want to go home tomorrow, that means you're desperate to do things you don't want to do. And from there, you make a lot of mistakes.
Wow.
So, but when you put your mind that, okay, I'm at home, anything that comes, I take it, I'm contented. Little you have, people will think you have billion. So that is it.
Wow. And now I think I really appreciate what you said. We have to be contented with what we have, what we get, but we still have to work harder.
Yeah.
And that is why you have been able to establish your own.
Yeah.
So in Malaysia, many people have been saying it's not easy or you cannot get your business registered. There's no way you can do that. How did you come about yours?
Yeah. Before I talk about that, I will put one thing for us to know. If you want to know mathematics, don't hate your teacher. If you want to make it in Malaysia, don't hate Malaysia. If you want to hate it in America, don't hate it in America. Because many people like to make it in Malaysia, but what is in their mind is that Malaysia is not good. Naturally, they've already polluted their mind. So there's nothing you can do that will succeed because you have it in mind that there's nothing good in Malaysia. So now back to my own aspect. When I came to Malaysia, I believe that this country is my country. I believe that people there are my people. And for outside the world to believe you, you must do one thing. You must behave like them. I'm not talking about religion aspect.
Exactly.
I mean is that, okay, forget about your mentality. Behave like them. When you are in Rome, behave like Romans. When you act like them, you believe in their philosophy, that means you won't offend them. Fine. We may believe that maybe they hate blacks or maybe because of races or whatever. It's not, everybody cannot be like that.
Exactly.
If you prove yourself to one person, and that person tell another person, and that person tell another person that, oh, this guy is different, then you make a way. It's not that difficult to establish in Malaysia if we really want to establish.
Exactly.
Because many people that I want to establish in Malaysia, but when they get their money, they send it to their country. Then how can you establish in Malaysia? So, but when you put your focus that I want to establish in my country, no matter it is one or two people surely trust you. So when they trust you, then they don't like to do any business with you. Then from there, you can establish. You just need to a local to partner with you. And how can you find a local? It's when you make your name good in their presence. When they know you for good, anybody can rely on you. It's like in Africa also. When you are in Africa, somebody just come from Ghana and say you want to establish and you to be his partner. If you don't know him, how can you be his partner? It's likewise everywhere.
Exactly.
So you must make sure that you are a good man. You are a good person. So when you are good, then person can rely on you. When you rely on you, then the guideline, everything will be there for you to follow.
Wow, we are really learning a lot. Yeah, as you can see, putting out something, writing a lot, because I've heard a lot of negativities, about the country, about people in this country. But when we look around you, you have achieved a lot. And the things I noticed that there's a farming that you are into, selling vegetables, and then I think that is real improvement, another level of things. So, and I want you, is the farming you got into, how are you able to get that?
It's not that easy. It's not that easy, and it's somehow easy because I came from the family that believe in agriculture.
Yeah.
Because I study agricultural business in school. So I have a little knowledge of it, and I'm Yoruba man, also believe in agriculture. So I started this in, let's say, 3 years ago when I decided to establish my company. I was like looking, what can I invest in? Before you invest, you must know what you are good in.
Exactly.
If you are not good in that, and you invest and you employ people, you discover that as you are doing it, people you employ will be taking more because you don't have idea of what you are doing. Then I started it with knowledge that Malaysia weather and Nigeria weather are the same. Yeah, and even here it's more better because they don't have a dry season. So that means round the clock, round the year, your vegetable will be okay. So then I told my partner I would like to do agriculture. And what I have in mind is because of the population of Africa in Malaysia, so I would like to invest in agriculture based on Nigeria vegetable. So then we got the land. It's not that easy to get a land. It's not that easy. Even for the locals, it's not that easy for them. So fortunately, we got land between Sereban to Malacca. Then we got there. Then another challenges we got there also is that, the place is like bush. Money, investment and everything, but with some of the courage because, you can't get to Babish and be saying you are too cold now.
Yeah.
So I've already entered. Then all the money I have, instead of me to invest in my country, I decided, okay, I want to establish myself here. So little by little, I don't have millions. But I discovered that, okay, if I have 500 ringgit, I'd use it for it. That is how we get the land. And after that, we planted some things. And the first year, I can say just like experiment, in which most of investors don't want to face. Because we believe that if you invest in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you want profit immediately.
you want to get the profit.
Because one thing always comes to my mind. I told one of my friends, I said, if you even decided to build a house in your country of 20 million, can you get that 20 million back in 10 years? It's not possible. Because if you build a house in Nigeria 20 million, the house rent per year is not more than 1 million. Then how can you get that 1 million? So any investment you are going for, don't think I want to get my profit within 1 month or 2 months.
Exactly.
So that thing is in back of my mind. So in the first year, just like preamble, just to know the land, everything, most of the crops we bring, because some of the seed is from Nigeria. So it's not that easy also to grow because of the texture of the land. So from there, we started to check which soil will be okay for each plantation. Then we begin to go to dump sites, very cheap. We think it's big money. No. Dump site, a place where they are dumping the refuse.
You can use the money.
Yeah, the place where they are dumping the refuse. So we go there, we begin to pack. Even they like us to pack it because they don't use it for anything. Then we flood the farm. So from there, we plant our things and things are germinating. And to God be the glory, though we never get the actual capital, but at least it's better than first year.
Wow. That is awesome. And I believe some of our listeners that are here in Malaysia, can learn from that. There's no bridge anywhere. So don't allow anybody to tell you what they don't know. So now, because we are hearing and learning from experience, someone that have done it and someone that is into it. So, sir, we really appreciate your discussion today. And then there's a question I want to ask personally.
Okay.
You know, here in Malaysia, people, especially the youth or people in Malaysia, they are still complaining about our presidency, or complaining about the government in Nigeria. So now, does that really uh, does the government whatever affect you here in Malaysia?
No.
And if it didn't affect you, what did you do that you did not allow what the leaders are doing to affect you?
Yeah, like we initially, I never blame any leader for anything. The reason why I never blame any leader is that when I was in university, I see our union leader, university union leader.
Yeah.
They have a lot of promises, but when they get there, they discover that it's not easy. It's not as easy as what they are saying in their manifesto or campaign. And one way or the other, I've been a leader in one particular organization like that, and I know what it is to be a leader of different people with different mentality.
Yeah.
So I've said it before. Why Nigerian government or leadership doesn't affect me? Why is this? Because I left everything with Nigeria. I left it for Nigeria. So that is why I always to tell people coming from Nigeria to Malaysia, when you are in Malaysia, if you try to make Malaysia your home, why I say make Malaysia your home, it's not like you should forget home. Just believe that you are in Malaysia, you are in your home. Anything that is happening in Nigeria, just let it be. You have your own life to live. So when you believe that you have your own life to live, even the Malaysia government will not affect you. Because you know the procedure. This is what I'm supposed to follow. This is my country.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when you have that one at the back of your mind, that means you will succeed. I'm very sorry to use this. There's a place in the Bible that says, pray for Jerusalem, and those who wish it well will be succeed.
Yeah.
So if you pray for the country you are, either you're in Nigeria or in Malaysia, the success of that country will be following you. The blessing of that country will be following you. Don't have a mentality that, oh, they don't succeed in this country. People are succeeding. I watched one video last year about one Nigerian man. He become Dato in this country. Yeah.
Use the mic.
Yeah, he become Dato. And many people believe that if you don't marry a local, you cannot. That is not. You can be what you want to be if you really want to be it. One thing is that our mindset must be changed. Our belief, our mentality must be changed. During the problem in, I don't know the year, in the US, John F. Kennedy told them, think about what you can do for your country. Don't think about what your country can do for you. So put your country aside. If it's Malaysia or Nigeria, put it aside. Think of what you can do for yourself, because tomorrow you'll be only accountable for what your hand can do. Exactly. Not what country. Nobody will say, I failed because of my country. No, nobody will hear that. They will say, what of your hand? What of so person? What of Dangote? What of Adenuga? The same country, they succeed. How? So if that mentality is there, we mutually succeed.
Exactly. Thank you, sir. So that what you just said now will lead me to this question.
Okay.
Because our topic as well says or states that, start with you.
Okay.
And you said when you focus on yourself, you build yourself, that even Malaysia government will not affect you. Maybe it might affect some things, but you're ready to adapt and get the beauty out. In any disappointment, there's always appointment there.
Yeah.
So nothing is completely bad.
Yeah.
So in a very tight situation, you can still try and be good and get the right thing out of it.
Yeah.
So now, what can we do to our situations, to our youths or millennials? So, what do you think we can do to revive our thinking?
The first thing is changing of mentality. Everything is not money. Success is not money. You understand?
Yeah.
Because we, Africa especially, anywhere we are, we always believe that the first success you can achieve in life is money. But I have it personally, money is not the main success of life. So if we can, that is why you see, because sometimes ago, I am very sorry to say this, I always ask our people, are we the only foreigner in this country?
Probably no.
In Cambodia, are we the only foreigner?
No.
If you are talking about our government, some people blame our government. They say, oh, it's because of, are we worse than all this Myanmar or other neighboring country in Asia? And they are here. We don't hear about them. But the problem we are having is our mentality. If we say poverty mentality, I don't talk about money. I'm talking about mentality that is poor. Many of us don't even know the focus of life. We believe that if you never buy a car, you never build a house, you never achieve. No, that is not the case. So the first thing we need to change for our life to be better is our mentality. Let's forget that is why we are very we are very desperate to get the money, killing, cutting, do some things. All money na money. That is our mentality. We're supposed to stop that. So we should believe that, okay, this thing I'm doing, I need to get myself settled. When you get yourself settled, then you can think about your future. Your future is that, okay, you want to have children, you want to have your family, you want people to know you. There's difference between famous and notorious. The two are well known. Exactly. But if you are a hero, people will learn from you. But when you are notorious, that is a bad aspect of it. So we should not be desperate especially about getting money. That is the problem Africans are getting. That is why we want to get money today and die today, if possible.
Wow.
So we should leave that mentality. Anywhere we are, let's believe that we are there for a purpose. And that purpose must be achieved. To live long life with a blessing. That is the main thing. Mentality.
That is a real lesson for us. We need to learn because really money is not everything. And when you focus on money, you figure out you are working for it. And instead, you allow money to work for you. You start working for it, and then you will never get satisfied. And that is what we learned over the years. But I'm glad you pointed out. And now, the people in Malaysia, because you are in Malaysia, that's why it's still the same thing. Whatever affects, I can hear from other countries, they still complain about black race. Not just Nigeria, but anything black. There's something. I remember Kenny Amani was talking about, black, that is like we are under watch. We are under surveillance. So that is why whatever we do, it explodes. Like you do something, then everybody can see. Now, what do you think, aside thinking about money, the monetary aspect, do you think we should start depending on ourselves more than, depending on government?
Yeah, that is how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to, that is why if you want to help your nation, you first help yourself. Yeah, if you want to be a man, you must start from somewhere. It's not a day job or something like, okay, let's give an example like a kid. When we are small, our parents breastfeed us. That period, you don't know whom you are.
Yeah.
Because you can do anything because you believe that your government will protect you or your parents will protect you. Now your parents refuse to protect you. Because when you up to 15 years, you are no more a baby. You start your life. Now, you know that your government cannot help you. Let's assume our government cannot help us. How can you establish yourself? How can you help yourself? It's for you to establish yourself. Believe in yourself. Know what you can do. One of the problems we are facing in Africa is this. You know, when you see the Western kid, at the little they are, they will see them. Some will be going for sports, some for music, all this stuff. But in Africa, we don't have that. Because if you have a baby now playing football, you say, please go and take your book. So for you to establish yourself, know the talent, know what you are good in. What aspect you are good in. If you are good in mechanical work, go for it. Don't say one job is a dirty job. That is the problem we are facing here. No job in Malaysia. But if you go to some hotel, apart from now that everything's scattered, we see Africans working in a hotel. We see Africans working in some places. I have a lot of people that apply online with a certificate, and they have a job in this country. Though the population may be small, but it's real.
The population is small because we are not interested. Maybe.
Yeah. Like somebody told me one day, he said, Melody, they don't give work in Malaysia for people. I said, what do you learn? What certificate do you have? Because most of us that are even learning, maybe we learn how to sell spare parts. Do we have certificate for it? You learn the bricklayer or mechanical stuff. Do you have a certificate for it? You don't have anything you learn, and you are looking for a job. When you are coming to Malaysia, do you bring any of your certificate? You don't bring it. Then who will give you a job? Nobody will give you a job.
Exactly.
No, that is it. We know that our color is different, but I believe nobody is born to be a racist. I always said it. Even within Nigeria, we can say, oh, see the way you are behaving. You are from so place. We even say it among themselves, which is normal. If somebody from another state dupe me or do something bad to me, I will say, oh, he's from that. It's normal. It's natural.
You put everyone in one basket.
Yes, because even if I'm in Nigeria inside taxi, there's some people, some tribe I can't sit with. I will say they always smell. But if other countries say that, we call it a racist. But within Nigeria, it's called what? It's not racist. You say it's normal.
Normal.
So this thing is normal everywhere. Differences, culture, and everything. So when you are in a foreign land, you need to compose yourself. When you compose yourself, they love you. And when they love you, then you can achieve that. So I believe that no matter how it is, many foreigners, Africans are still working in this country. Many. I know a lot. And this country, when you do something good to the community, they will recognize you.
Exactly.
Yeah, they will recognize you. Because like in the village my farm is, sometimes if I buy food, they would like look at me because they never see a black. Some even come to the farm, and even my worker now voluntarily on his own, is a local, voluntarily working for me there. Without even thinking maybe I'm foreigner or whatever. So I still believe there's some people that have a great mind concerning Africa. But the question is, how are we responding with their greatness or kindness to us? Some people, when local move to you now, you believe, oh, this girl wants something. And maybe just like normal friendship.
Yeah.
Then we will do something that will make our relationships to spoil. And those things tarnish the image.
Exactly.
Maybe you want to buy something in the supermarket, the lady just smiled to you. You now tell your friend, oh, it seems this girl loves me. That mentality is with us. And when you approach her, because of their culture, then you get yourself in trouble. And next time, if such ladies see you or see any people with your color, you believe that they are the same type. So if we learn how to do good to them, I believe they are good. They are good people also.
Oh, we really appreciate that. And that's a wonderful discussion. And I'm going to outline what we have learned today. We learned a lot. You know, first, we know that your name is important. So first, when you get yourself anywhere, you have to build your name. build your name, build your brand. And Mr. Melody have let us know we have to be contented, with whatever you have. Be contented. You cannot have everything one time. You just have to be contented. Also, wherever you want to make it, don't hate them. If you hate rice, you will not eat rice. So when you hate a particular country and you want to make it in a particular country, and then you assume that country is not good, is against you. It's, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So we need to shape in what we think and what we talk about. Also, Mr. Melody made us to understand that money is not everything. So running for, to get the money, get everything, converting your friends to your enemy because of money. So we need to stop that. So that's a very good lesson. And again, I'm able to itemize this one. Let's assume our government cannot help. So what? What do we do? So don't wait. Don't just sit out there and think government should provide you with whatever. So just put out yourself. See what you can do for yourself. Feed yourself. Try to learn something. What do you know? If there's something share with people. So that will help you to move ahead, to forge ahead in life. So to finalize this, I want you to give our audience your final remark. Just sum everything up. So
in summary, I will, like I've said before, the first thing is this: know yourself, know where you are good in, and also any condition you find yourself, believe that is what God wants for you.
Exactly.
Then your name, it matters a lot.
Wow.
Yeah, your name, it matters a lot. We should try to do things that we say in future. Now we can remember Martin Luther King. We can remember big men because they've done something great. So your name is great. Your name matters a lot. Also, money is not all about success. Success is different from money. Yeah, for you to live longer and to achieve your goals, it depends on you, the way you play your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We want to appreciate you for that. And now we want to appreciate you all for listening. And we hope we have been able to touch lives out there. We would like to thank Mr. Olabiwonnu Oluwatosin Joseph, aka Melody, for being here today. For those of us that want to reach him, because when you are connected to this man, you will move ahead. You will learn a lot. And you can do business with him. You can do a lot of things with him. So you can reach him on different platforms. On Facebook is Melody Inter One. MELODYINTER1. So Melody Inter One. On Twitter, you can reach him at Melody OJ. And on Instagram, melodyinter.com1. So most importantly, you can post your news, teaching, services on his forum. So he has all this platform trying to get brothers and sisters out there to do something. So if you have something you want to teach, if you have news you want to share, if you have service you want to render, if there's something you can do and you think you need to share that with people, he has a lot of followers. So you can check him on the website on www.melodyinter.com. Also, you can order several African vegetables. They are fresh and planted here in Malaysia. I wonder, I was surprised, and I think I'm going to get some, like ewedu, ugu, bitter leaves, and so on. So, thank you. Finally, to our listener, this is the DIYS podcast, which stand for Do It Yourself podcast. And we want to thank you once again for listening, and hope to catch you next time.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.